one is workers, yes, it was accounting, everyone is in one circle, in one level, to believe that we are all together to achieve one goal. No one is together, is better than others. And you will find this circle in everything. So the logo of SECAM, it's also the SECAM vision goal in the circle. Everything with this meaning of cooperation.
Same as local. Yes, it's about education. So we would never say the friend.
Where the second come from? S-E-K-E-N.
It's meaning validity from the sun. It's a name of ancient Egyptian.
Oh.
Ancient,
Yes. Hieroglyphic word.
The name was it?
Yeah, most of the name of the companies like Isis, Hathor is all back to ancient Egypt. From ancient, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So I would like to start to give you a brief about SECAM Holding. As I mentioned, in 1970s, just one farm, one dream to develop a vitamin farm in Africa and Middle East. And currently, after 50 years, SECAM become a group. We can separate this group to three main pillars. The first is related to farming, the second industrial, and the third is education. So in the farming, we now have around 6 farms, and SECAM own more than 8,000 hectares in Egypt. And we have 4 main companies that work in agriculture sector: SECAM for land reclamation, SECAM Mizan for seeds, SECAM laboratory for trees and nursery for seeds, and also we have a labor for organic cultivation. So this is 4 companies managing the 8,000 hectares. And in the industrial sector, we have Isis, the partner of Life. For herbal and water, we have a Lotus for organic product, and we have also Lotus our Egypt. We have Naturetex for textile, and we have Atlas for medical herb, and also we have SECAM Euro to distributing SECAM product. For the education sector, we have the University. And the University has 5 main faculties: Faculty of Business and Economy, Organic Agriculture, Physiotherapy, Engineering, and we have 5 research centers. One of them is the Carbon Control Center, the first and unique center in Egypt to be specialized for climate change and global warming, and also CFC considered as a project developer for the economy of love, the first national carbon standard for carbon credits. So here this is a little bit of SECAM organization. And I would like to share with you some numbers to explain the size of SECAM. So currently we are around 2,000 employees in SECAM. 30% from the employees is women, and our target to reach 50-50 by 2030. The number of students in our school is around 4,000, and also the number of the students in the university is around 5,000. Our budget for research and development is reaching 96 million yearly, because the research is one of our focus in the university. Also here you can see that yearly we sell more than 347 million of filter bag in Isis, more than 374 million. Also for vegetable and dates, Isis sell more than that we call SECAM vision goals. And every year we set number of goals related to agriculture, to ecology, to education, to research, and we publish this number yearly in our sustainability report. You can find all details of this number in our sustainability report. And also here, this is the part of the NGOs that related to SECAM. So we have the Egyptian Biodynamic Association, which is mainly work to support smallholder farmers in Egypt. Currently, this association have more than 40,000 smallholder farmers. We have Abu Laish Foundation that support students in Egypt with scholarship. We have SECAM Development Foundation that is have medical centers that support people and smallholder farmers with medical service. We have SECAM Friend Association in different countries around the world. We have SECAM Culture Council, Ecotech Holding, SECAM Holding for Investment, and all this NGO is working to applying as a SECAM vision goal, provide support, funding to achieving these goals. This is one of our SECAM NGOs, Egyptian Biodynamic Association. As I mentioned, currently we have more than 40,000 smallholder farmers with a total of 200,000 acres in Egypt. All this is registered under this association. To support this farmer, from the name of the association, it's biodynamic. So we believe that biodynamic and organic agriculture is a solution for all challenges that we are facing now. You have a challenge is climate change, challenge in water, challenge in soil fertility, challenge in health. Everything, if you thinking in it, it will back to agriculture. And we believe on, if we convert and support smallholder farmer to convert them from conventional to organic to biodynamic, we can support them and at the same time solve all the challenges. But the main question here, how we can support the smallholder farmer to transition, how we can save the pre-financing needing for this transition. This farmer needing training, they need a fund for the trees, they need money for renewable energy, they need money for biofertilizers, they need a lot of support. Who can support it? Who can provide this money to them? From all this question, we thinking about the carbon market. As you know that we have a UNFCCC, and every year in the COP they mention we put in the 100 billion funded for climate change. We have the Green Climate Fund. We have every year they develop a new fund to support the adaptation and mitigation of climate change. But if you ask the countries, if you ask the association, if you ask anyone, did you really get a benefit from this money? Anyone can hold this money? The answer is no.
No.
You feel this money is put in iron cage. No one can touch. We just every year publish about the money. So our issue is here how we can get benefit from this money. How we can save the pre-financing needed for this transition. And from this all, we develop this economy of carbon credits. We found that if we have a carbon scheme, or if we have a methodology to measuring each ton of carbon that farmer sequester in their soil, sequester in trees, saving from renewable energy, and doing it to them this calculation according to IPCC to be an international certified, we can sell this carbon credit in the voluntary carbon market, and we're using the income of this carbon credit to support this carbon market. So this is mainly the issue. You make a lot of issue for environment. Farmer is we call them the climate hero because they provide a lot of service for people, for climate change, for everything. So this farmer is scared its land, but it's doing organic and biodynamic practice to enhancing soil fertility. It's meaning saving or sequester a lot of carbon inside the soil, and we can measure this with very easy way like soil analysis or using modeling or sensor or remote sensor. A lot of issue you can measure this amount of carbon that farmer is sequestering in the land. If you're planting trees, you can count the trees. You can measure how many tons of carbon is sequestered in trees. If you're installing renewable energy, you can measure the difference between using diesel and irrigation renewable energy. So measuring is available, and we can do this. But the issue, how the farmer can do that, how we can give easy access to smallholder farmer to measuring, to verifying, to issue the carbon credit. from all this scenario, we developed this carbon standard to give easy access to smallholder farmer, to support the smallholder farmer to approve the amount of carbon sequestered in their land and issue to them the carbon credits. We called it economy of love because, as I mentioned, our world needs a lot of love. Everyone just think about its benefits, and this is the issue. No one thinking what is the impact of my choice, of my business, of my work and others. No one is thinking. You will find the developed country just thinking how we get resources to become always developed country. No one thinking about us. So we make it like message, let us speak about a new way of economy which is built on sharing the benefit, sharing the responsibility, each one thinking about others, so we call it economy of love. And here I can summarize to you this standard in two main points. The first is to support smallholder farmers to transition from conventional to be organic. And the other part is to issue the carbon credit, which could be the incentive tool and refinancing tool to covering this transition process and same time provide additional income for smallholder farmers. So this is the main two items. Become an organic, and when you be organic, you will issue the carbon credit, which will give you additional income and will cover all your refinancing costs. So to go to this goals or vision, we have a certain criteria, and the first important issue here is capacity building. If you go to smallholder farmer and tell them you should be an organic, the first question we will ask you, what is the meaning of organic biodynamic, and how can I transition? So here we provided our smallholder farmer with series of training about transition to organic, how they can manage water system or new irrigation technique, how they can produce the compost and use their organic waste to be converted to compost. And also we give them a training and capacity building to understand what is the issue of the carbon market, because the owner of the carbon credit is the farmer. He should understand and know his rights, because finally this carbon credit is money. To manage his money, he should understand what is the story, what is the carbon credit, what is the standard, how we can develop it. So this is the 4 training programs that we provided to our farmers: organic agriculture, water management, compost production, and carbon credit generation. And also we provide training to agronomists and agricultural engineers, TOT, because this farmer will need a follow-up. So this is agricultural engineer should understand this process very well to go to the farmer and follow up with them and give them advice and give them support. So we have another training program called the TOT for agriculture, engineering, and agronomists. And also we always support our farmer with field visit, with analysis, with advice. We keen to be very near to smallholder farmers step by step to support them in their transition process. And then we will go to the second step, which is support the farmer with the input, because the farmer to transition to organic, it's need to planting trees, it's need to produce a compost, it's need some biofertilizer to support the land to become more healthy. And here also Second Biodynamic Association supports the farmer with trees to planting, supported them with some PV units, solar system for irrigation, supported them with rehabilitation with some water facility and irrigation system, supported them with compost, and also providing them with biofertilizer, microhanza, and other input needed in their transition. After this is 2 steps, so now the farmer understands well everything about organic and biodynamic, and we support the farmer with the input needed for transition. The third step is here is calculating the amount of carbon sequestered inside the farm. We doing this assessment for agriculture, for forest, for the compost, for renewable energy, for soil carbon sequestration. So Economy of Love, if you visit the Economy of Love website, you will find our methodology which is aligned with IPCC, which is aligned with UNFCCC, which is aligned with ISO. And in this methodology, guide you how to measure this carbon, how you issue the carbon credit, the steps to issue this carbon credit. And then, after we getting this carbon credit, we're thinking about how we can market this carbon credit. So now we have these tools, but how we can get a benefit from it. Since COP27 in 2022, we work with the Egyptian government and we convinced them to launch the voluntary carbon market in Egypt, the first voluntary carbon market in Africa and Middle East. So currently, all our smallholder farmers have availability to put their carbon credit in the Egyptian stock exchange, and they can sell this carbon credit in the Egyptian stock exchange in auction, which gives them wide marketing opportunity for their carbon credit. And now we have a first regulated voluntary carbon market in Egypt. We have all the regulation that manage this market, and we have 5 standards registered in this registry. Economy of Life, of course, but also we have Vera, Gold Standard, Plan Vivo, and Biocarbon. So 5 international standards are registered in FRA, but currently 60% from this platform is economy. And you can see here, this is platform, is a regulated platform, is managed with Carbon Credit Regulated Committee. In this committee, we have the Prime President of Egypt, we have the Minister of Environment, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Finance, and all of them is managing this carbon market to give more accurate and guarantee and integrity for this voluntary carbon market. You can see this is screenshot. It's called, the platform is called Climate Project Registry. And if you go to the dashboard, you will find this figure. You can see here Minya Group project. This is Economy of Love project. Sector is agriculture. Standard is Economy of Love. And this group of farmers in Minya. Minya is one governorate in Egypt. It's called the Minya. We have 27 governorate. We have a farmer in all the 27. One of them is called the Minya. This is smallholder farmer in Minya is issue yearly 2,865 tons of carbon. And you can see here, this is credit is registered in the registry, and anyone can go and sell this carbon credit, and the money go directly to smallholder farmer. And you can see here, as I mentioned, we have gold standard. If you know gold standard, it's in Switzerland, Vera in United States, and Economy of Love from Egypt. And you can see here the agriculture sector to issue the carbon credit is 97%. From the
Economy of Love, when you register, you will some coming from the farmers rather than coming from the other sectors.
Yes. We have an renewable energy distribution. And also here another project, the Ismailia Group project. This is another governorate in Egypt, it's called the Ismailia. And here they issue just 225.
So agriculture really very major role.
Yes, the carbon credit.
How do you sell? How does the mechanism work? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, let's say I have a company. My company is producing, let's say, 2,000 carbon. So if I need to offset my carbon emission, I can go and buy this carbon credit and offset my emission.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the first step is that you conduct your carbon footprint for the company. So if your carbon footprint for scope 1 and 2 and 3 equal to 2,000 ton of carbon, it's meaning you should purchase another 2,000 credits. Because each one carbon credits meaning offsetting 1 ton of emission. So you can go directly to Economy of Love and make an order in the platforms to purchase.
So in this case, they are actually in the exchange. So I can go in the database, buy, and then I can report in the audit. Let's say I'm like net zero carbon.
They will issue to you invoices, When you transfer the money, they will send to you offsetting certificate. We already issued to you, to each one of you, 1 ton of certificate. You will receive it and you can see how it's going.
What business come already?
Example.
Yeah. And one of amazing issue. Another one of amazing issue of economy of love that we make a ceremony each 3 months. We invited the smallholder farmers that already the credit has been sold and they can come. We invited the ministry, even the Ministry of Environment, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Financial Regulator Authority, Ministry of Investment. They come here in each year and they make the farmer make a handshake and say that your credit has been already sold and they receive a sheet. Receive a sheet with the money of their carbon credit.
How much?
To be public.
How much per credit is that?
25 euro.
25 euro.
Your operasi can earn more money.
And you can see how the farmer is very happy. Carbon credits is.
Kan you must have the first percent. Benda nak jual.
Malaysia tak ada lagi.
Kena ada.
Kita beli
Yes, we give them certificates for you are a climate change and they receive their sheet with the amount of money related to their carbon credits. So the money that getting from their carbon credits is more than they get from the project. So it's pure additional income.
Then we go back to the previous slide. I just want to clarify on the role of economy of love,
Yeah.
because we have been exposed to this Vera and Saeda, but this is the first time I heard about this economy of love. So can you clarify on the role of economy of love, especially when is there any validation process that they
Yes, I will explain to you all the steps, but economy of love, it seems like Vera, it seems like gold standard, it's a standard especially for natural-based solution to issue the carbon credit from agriculture sector. Vera have more than 150 methodologies. They issue carbon credit from renewable energy, energy efficiency, coffee stoves. They have a lot of issues. But the special issue for economy of love that we specialized for agriculture sector. We have believe that agriculture is a important solution. So only we issue carbon credit from natural-based solution.
so they have the right to validate the
Yes, we have a process of validation and verification, same like Vera gold standard. Because all standard, all international standard, should follow the same process to issue the carbon credit. And we also follow that.
For agriculture, pakai economy of love.
We have a lot.
Basically for agriculture.
The farmers. This is the farmers, and they are very happy. As I mentioned, from here from Matua, Libya, Kafushe, Somalia, we make this ceremony in each governorate to let the farmer feel this proud. So there's a lot of we have a lot of international buyers. Where you can see here British Embassy. The birthday of King Charles yearly is offsetting the economy of love. So they have a birthday event and yearly offsetting with the economy of love. British Embassy in Cairo.
They probably do not see the whole structure. First, the land, the soil must be fertile with biodynamic first to convert it before you verify under economy of love. So tanah-tanah tu kena betul pure lah. Carbon tu. Foundation you to soil tu.
For economic of love standard, do you cover on land that use chemical?
No.
You should stop using chemical and depend on biofertilizer.
How many how long period that we have to stop using chemical?
It's can take from 3 to 5.
3 to 5 years.
Yes, transition. We call it transition process. In desert area, in the virgin area, could be just 1 year. But if this land is depend on chemical fertilizer for a long time. It could take from 3 to 5 years.
How
So
about
divide it in
how about the
what?
chemical pesticide?
Semua tak boleh.
You should stop chemical pesticide, any chemical use.
Any chemical element?
Yes. Depend on the fertilizer and
Kalau nak ambil yang tadi
organic fertilization.
Jangan ambil
No
tanah.
chemical.
Okay. You mentioned about agriculture. How about commodity like palm oil, like rubber?
Yeah, let's say agroforestry model. This is the best model for us.
Agree.
We need that
Yes.
commodity also.
Yes, yes. We always encourage our smallholder farmer to using this 3-level model.
Pasal dia susah. Susah. Memang dia
But how many years old are you? Aku pokok tu tak boleh lebih daripada 30 tahun.
Macam-macam.
Pokok tu tidak melebihi umur 30 tahun.
Tidak lah, untuk agriculture nasabah lah. Tak lebih, tak exceed 30 years. Kalau forest, lagi lama lagi bagus. Kan?
Forest sebab tak ada fertilizer.
Or for verification process.
Syarat.
Very fine.
In Malaysia, we have a lot of mangrove,
Yeah.
and based on the data, they claim mangrove is the highest producer of oxygen.
Yeah.
So can you certify on that?
Boleh.
Economy of the
Mangrove.
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 Mangrove. Yes.
Kan?
Yes, it's considered
That is
also one of our
pokok,
storage.
type of
Yes.
pokok.
Yeah.
That one kita dah ada
Dia kena kira that type of tree.
But the issue,
Boleh buat.
the issue, yes, it's absorbed a lot of.
Dia nak dapat data. Dia
One
kata
solution of climate
pokok
change.
tu one number of trees tu.
And we can calculate.
What types of tree, how many years. Itu yang kita kata forestry and the mangrove tu. Dia tak ada, macam the agriculture, they have their own owner. They ada owner. Dia ada, so they can give them. But dekat tu dia pergi kepada kementerian.
Under mangrove, it's falls under which authority?
Yeah.
Because
In
we need to
Malaysia, we have
capture the
a-
data.
Yeah.
And no one has that data.
Dia pakai
Whereas
DIS
under
tu.
this private land,
We
Dia
they
ada
have
owner.
data. That's why it's much more easy to
Itu
verify.
pakai DIS, kita kena ambil orang lain punya.
This initiative is suitable for proper management.
Yeah.
Sebab small holders tu dia orang tahu.
Because they all together, the farmers, the small
Yes.
farmers, they join together to get all the data.
Our main
Ah.
target is the farmer.
Ah.
So to support the farmer. If the farmer
Yang
have
tanah
land,
datang.
let's convert this land to be organic. Support them to planting trees, crop trees like
Yeah.
mango, banana, anything, and then planting another wood trees to be a multiple
Yeah.
system and hence soil fertility and others. So
Mm.
our key here is a small group. Because if the issue behind the carbon credit, why we issue the carbon credit? It's just to give a more additionality for smallholder farmers to be an incentive tool and pre-financing tool.
Yeah.
But if I'm a big company, if I am a governmental company, and already I have a fund to plant things that you didn't need this incentive. So here, the ethical issue behind this carbon credit is to support the smallholder farmer.
Yeah.
So here, this is part of our program. Volksbank in Germany,
Kerajaan
Vienna, yeah,
At least ada additional.
has through people who are organic. And also we have a partnership with a lot of companies like World Economic Forum, the World Bank, World Future Council, IFOM, Climate Neutral Group, 4,000, Race to Resilience, all of them is partner in the economic forum.
You want me to move Kan, sudah verification sampai ke to the smallholder. Spot.
Project.
So that's why bagi-bagi
Yeah.
How acre?
And also we have a lot of international recognized for our effort. So Mr. Kenny Foundation and Seeker, who has been chosen to be champion of the herbs for 2025 by the FCCC. We also leading Gulbenkian prizes. We also leading Catalyst Award, Livelihood Award, Luxembourg Peace Prizes. So all this prize we talked last year to honor and inspired by Sekam and Economy Club.
Branding, very good.
Yes.
47 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
50 years.
The
President
president
is for Peace Foundation also give us
yeah.
the award. All of it for our effort in support small farm and economy of climate change. Also for me,
the winner.
for me also I have been awarded as Premium Woman in the Mediterranean country
Oh.
for 2025 for our effort 2024 in the project that related to climate change, and I'm the first Egyptian woman and this is our project approach. So first phase was in 2018. We started only with one farm, Sekem Wahat Farm. You will visit it tomorrow. So this is the pilot project for economy farm. And currently, 2025, we reached 40,000 smallholder farms. 40,000 smallholder farms. And 220,000 acres in Egypt. Is now, so you can believe that's now
9.6 billion government credit.
yes.
9.6
Yes.
Million.
We are here. 2025 we have 1.5 million and currently 250,000 acres is start their transition process to organic. So you can imagine after 4 years how Egypt will be, because also we have a approach with our smallholder farmer. We have a deal with them. If now you're getting additional income from carbon credit, so please offer your organic product in the market with the same price of convention. We would like Egyptian people to eat organic. And you now shouldn't to put a premium price to your price because you are organic. If you're getting this carbon credit, just offer it with the same price like
So
convention to
9.6
support
million.
Egyptian
And then
eaters.
organic
Organic product is 250,000 acres.
billion.
Monetary value
In terms of monetary, how much is it?
of product.
The carbon credits.
One ton, it's for 1 acre, it's around 3 ton. 3 carbon credit per acre.
Three
This is the average.
Money. How much?
One carbon credit, 25 euro.
Okay.
So for 3 acre, 75 euro per acre. 75 euro.
Sorry, please
Repeat.
repeat kalau dia tak mahu.
What carbon credit?
Please repeat calculation.
Yearly.
Per acre ada.
Yes, yearly. The farmer have a yearly assessment and yearly verification from third party.
The amount, how much?
3 carbon credit per acre.
Three carbon credit per acre yearly.
Yeah.
And 1 carbon credit, 25 euro.
25.
25 euro. Satu K. 5K. 5,000. Kita kat Malaysia, saya pernah buat yang
Itu darat 5 lah.
kita
25 darat 3 sampai 75.
bilion.
Pak lagi lama.
Atas.
Ayo.
Doctor, your slide is showing that you start phase 1 at 2018.
Yes.
So first, when you start,
Per year.
What is the how do you get the
Fund?
not the fund. There must be a process that you go through. So first, how do you ensure that your carbon will be accepted by the world? So step by step.
Yeah, actually we have we depend on our own experience because we start the first carbon project in Egypt in 2009 with the Yes. So second, we make a project carbon project with UNFCCC to make a carbon site. And we getting this carbon credit and research. After that, in 2013, we develop another project with another standard, gold standard, to make the first afforestation project in Egypt. And then we issue the carbon credit and
That
sell.
is
During this process, yes,
2013.
during this process, we build our know-how, we understand well how the carbon project is developed. We learn a lot about IPCC, and then we started to thinking why we always go to choose using international standard, which is not aligned with your knowledge, which is not more achieving your target. You're just using this standard and applying in your mind, and you find yourself should getting external auditor, which is taking 30% from the income of the project. There was a lot of challenges when we worked with the international standard. From all these challenges, we think if we now we have the know-how, if we understand well all the data using one source, which is the IPCC, which is UNFCCC, all of them back to the same source. So why we didn't develop our own standard? What did we have? What is the issues that we feeling is not matching with other, and develop the standard with the same international criteria. That's what we are doing.
So same standard as national criteria.
Yes, international same line. And all of them is using the same source. So we are using the ISO, the IPCC, the UNFCCC to make the same steps like beer and gold standard, and getting all the approval and the accreditation required to let this standard become recognized from international entities.
So first of all, the benchmark is IPCC.
Yes, all of the people respect to IPCC, but you find there put some issue, develop some methodology, gold standards the same, but experts can realize all of them is using the same resources. They are back to the same bag. Just you need to put your know-how, put your vision, make it easy access.
You find to be the same as the IPCC standard.
Exactly.
Because we sell to the same bank.
Yes, we didn't try to develop new way to measure.
Yeah.
We just use the
Follow
same
the
IPCC, we follow the international, but we correct the issues and feeling it's a challenge in the national standard, like to have easy access to some carbon, because other standard says you have a minimum level to applying, like issue 50,000 credit or something like that. Some standard says you should getting this using this list of VVP, and most of them is international and very expensive. But in economy blog we say you can depend on your local VVP. If you are in Malaysia or Egypt and you have a certified VVP, you can choose it. You don't need to get in the foreign one and getting a lot of money for travel, for covering a lot of issues. So we tried in this standard to put in all the positive points that we feel and explain all the negative issues that we found in our standard.
First benchmark and then fight for our we want to set our standard. Follow.
How do you prepare the farmers in to get aligned about this carbon credit? How do you prepare
Training and step by step to convert first, and then we train our agronomist and the agricultural engineer in data collection, and then we get in the third party auditor to verify this data is correct and verify it, and then we issue the This is the example of training module. Yes.
In terms of economic, based on farmers plant using chemical compared to biodynamic approach, how about the difference of economy? For sure that farmer will look at the economic value, whether they are using, they were going to use chemical or they are going to use biodynamic. That is the first one. And then based on teaching experience, how about the value of carbon credit? They say you mentioned about 25 euros per carbon credit.
Okay.
How about the price fluctuation from the beginning until now? The fluctuation of the price of carbon credit.
Yeah. So first, when the farmer start transition process from chemical to organic, of course there will be a drop in the production because you let your land have a certain amount of fertilizer, and when you give this amount to the land, it gives this production. But when you stop to giving this external input to the farm, of course you will have a less production by 10 or 20% in the first year, just in first year. But after the second and third year, you will find again the soil become more healthy, become more fertile, start to produce its own nutrient by itself, and you will find again the production started to increase to be the same like chemical, and after that it will be increased to be more than chemical. So this is the process, and we
more productive than compared
yeah,
to
exactly. Yeah. We make a research for more than 10 years that we have 3 plots, and we put it here a chemical, organic, and biodynamic, and we try to measure the production and soil fertility, and we make a lot of application paper to approve that this drop can just start in the first and second year, but after that the production will be more better than this. So the first, you will getting more production, healthy product, and this product will have more income value than the conventional product. And also in addition to that, you will get the income from credit. So here you add the income of the organic product in addition to the income of the carbon credit, you will find a great economic value and great additional income to the organic farmer more than the conventional. The another issue if you looking is to the true cost accounting. So here you just look to the benefit, but if you look to the damage cost or the internal cost, if you make a convention, every year the price of fertilizer is increased. So every year to save your a certain amount of production, you need to increase the input of chemical, which means increase the cost of the production and less production. But if you go to the organic, every year you need to less because the soil become more fertile. The soil produce its own food. So if you put it the first year 10 tons of compost, the second year you will input 8 tons of compost, 7 tons of compost, 5. Every year you need to decrease the input because the soil become more fertile. It's the opposite, the completely opposite is the conventional. Every year you need to put in a lot of chemical to save your production system. So if you look to the true cost account, here the production cost is higher, conventional, higher than organic. And if you look to the net benefit from organic, healthy project, more project, and carbon credit, you can get in more economic value than the conventional. So that's the first issue. For the second,
That's why food security is more protected by biodynamic.
more protected for more production.
Bukan ni dah, security dia lebih higher as compared to fertilizer.
For this year, the moment kita nak start, we straight away put racun and everything. So straight away the soil we started off with like a very bad soil. So that's why we every year we put. But if we don't put the
Tunggu datang.
yes.
we start naturally. I think we can.
And finally, the soil becomes degraded. It's degradation of the soil because you put chemical, and finally the soil. Yes, deforestation. And here by just using extra amount of chemical use.
Doctor, what type of plants that's suitable for the carbon credit trading?
يعني all the product, we didn't have a special issue, but the way of planting is very important. As I mentioned, the best carbon credits is coming from agroforestry. If you combine the cover crop with the trees, this is the best model to getting carbon. Agroforestry. You're getting carbon in the wood trees, and you're getting carbon and the product from the fruits and vegetable trees, and then you have your cover crop, which is getting also product. Yes, and tomorrow you will see this model, this pilot project.
Second question.
The price.
Yes, the second question. So the price is depend on the additionality. So behind each carbon project there was a story. If you speak about renewable energy, so you're feeling here there is no more additional because you're saving and getting all your benefit from just switching from diesel to renewable energy. I'm saving the cost and I get the benefit. But to support the smallholder farmer, to building community, to increase the social issue, to planting the trees, you will find here a real and a great additionality. That's why the price of the natural-based solution carbon credit is the higher price than the voluntary. Our credit is range between 25 till 50 euro, depending on the amount. So the minimum price could be 25 and the maximum we reach it 50. But also we give some offer for our partner, so sometimes we sell this credit with 20. But of course, the political we have a lot of issues that affect this market. It's market like any other market. So if there was if there is some political issue, if there was, as you hear, there was some interruption issue for Vera and others, and that's all this is affect the prices. But because we are a small standard and we didn't issue a lot of credit, just 300,000 yearly, so our price is more constant and safe between these two numbers, 25 and 50. We are stable. This is some example of our training module, and here this is the training, executive training, farmer training. Also in our center is we support the development feasibility assessment. So if you have a factory, if you have a car, and you would like to develop a carbon project, we can support you with feasibility and baseline assessment to give you an overview about how many tons of carbon you will saving is a process and others. This is also the training series that we provided in climate change, carbon footprint, sustainability, through cost accounting, carbon sequestration. And here's Dr. Gihad and the engineer Hadir from CFC. They always join the training program and they can support in this research. Also, this is the carbon footprint center. This is, as I mentioned, the first center in Egypt to be specialized in climate change and global warming. And this center provides a lot of services like carbon footprint, water footprint, ecology footprint, sustainability assessment, through cost accounting, and also help to develop carbon projects and to design the project document for your project. And this is a certificate that I just mentioned. If your company have a 100 ton, you can make a purchase order of setting that, and then you can get this logo. We are carbon neutral. And it's called
the zero carbon.
This economy of love.
Carbon neutral.
We always mention in our groups
Zero carbon mana boleh?
Yes.
Net zero. Kita pakai net zero.
Kita pakai net zero.
Yeah, we always
Zero
mention
boleh net.
scope 1 and 2 because
Zero mana
scope
ada boleh
3
net.
is wide range and should start life cycle assessment and others, but we always, as a mandatory scope 1 and 2, we always mention carbon neutral organization, carbon neutral product, and so on and so on.
Kelana kita kan.
Egyptian insurance, United Egyptian Insurance, British Embassy, University University, and others is offsetting with our Helium is also a carbon neutral organization. We measure the carbon footprint even for our students. So for the 5,000 students, we measure the carbon footprint, community carbon footprint from home to university.
Doctor, in the case of this carbon footprint, where is the market happen? I mean, where do you offer it and how the buyers are?
Economyoflove.com. We have the
Economyoflove.com. The trading happen there.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
We visit that. This is the first channel, and also you can. We have some focal point like me, like Justus, like Gihay. You can you can directly send a request to my mail or to Justus mail or to Gihay mail, and we can sell directly from the registry or send to the focal point.
So you buy that, you get the certificate so that you can claim that you are carbon neutral. According to how many carbon that you are
You get, you told us how many tons of carbon you have. We will provide you with this certificate that says that you are
and also the certificate of carbon neutral. So Malaysia can do the same.
Yes. We can send you questionnaire, you can ask what is the consumption of electricity, and say you should purchase this one up to using this code in your organization, your product, we are carbon neutral. And you should also tell the story behind the carbon credit for your customer, people who didn't purchase any carbon credit. Smallholder farmer to transition to organic to planting nutrition desert. This story is completely different. So, yes.
I mean, how long the certificate valid? 1 year.
Yeah, because you have
You get your certificate can depend on your footprint.
every year. Yes, every year. Because here you have a facility, you have a commission, you have that. From January to December, you will tell us the full year.
Kita pakai
This is the ESG.
yeah. So that is as a business, we have to record for that business to know how many footprint carbon, right? Then
We can support you.
so the awareness is
And also this is for, especially slide for David, to support David. All this product is carbon neutral, all this product is organic, is produced by smallholder farmer in Asia. Yes, herbal tea, olives oil, sesame oil, honey and others. All this product, when you purchase this product is meaning you support smallholder farmer and
Can this be a point for our carbon footprint calculation?
yeah, we can. Yes. It's very good idea.
The consumption of biodynamic purchase. Yes.
This year we have a big project with international company in Italy, and this company is work with us to support 700 smallholder farmer in Matruh one of coastal city. And then we thinking together. So we would like to raise this awareness in all the sectors. So we decided the Christmas gift this year will be this product. And we put the card inside the bag, say yes, what is the organic product, how it's free, what it prepares for next generation kids. Each ton you eat will sequester how many tons of carbon or planting, how many trees, and support how many and we send this gift in Christmas for all this sector. It's petroleum sector. So you can imagine how this petroleum sector have a lot of emission, and then they started to thinking to eat organic. It was a great initiative, and we get a lot of benefit from it.
Everyone is responsible of their own carbon footprints.
We try to encourage them for the first time, eat healthy food, feel the difference, train your kids to eat a healthy food and stop junk food and that. So you build the next generation who just not says you should do that, but let them see, let them try. We try to do this. So this is all, this is product, also here and this is second festival last October. We make a new initiative. I hope to come to Malaysia next year.
Why is it Australia?
This is a place because Mr. Hank is born in Australia. His mother is Australian. We have a second. Yes. So we have a second friend association in each country. So in Germany we have German second friend. In Australia we have second friend. So each country we have association called second friend. And Malaysia also have second friend. So we tried to let the people know more about Second, that we make our yearly festival in the new country. So go to Second from Germany and make our festival in Germany. Let people meet with us and let us tell the story for the people to see that. And then the last year we go to Australia and still we're thinking about the next year
And the country
to spread the second version with festival, with Egyptian people travel and speak, and let the people meet us face to face to hear our stories.
Now, Dr. we want to collaborate with me using economyandlove.com. So for the Malaysia company who want to be the neutral, so we are the focal point.
Okay, my basic question. How do you produce organic fertilizer? Because for example in Malaysia, we have a few million palm oil plantation, paddy. So how to make this fertilizer as a standard?
I will give you a brief about two types. So the first is a compost. So the compost is the organic and simple organic fertilizer that just as a farmer is using its green waste with the manure and mixing together. We have a training module to learn the farmer how they can do this process, and we train the agricultural engineer to follow the process till we ensure that the farmer is producing high quality compost. And here the farmer will not get any extra cost because he will use his only waste, green waste and manure, animal waste, and make this compost. So this is the issue. The other issue is related to biofertilizer and microhandler, and this issue is developed in special center like Second Lab. It's not easy to farmer to develop that, but we can have a cooperation agreement with Agriculture Institute, and we learn them how they can develop that and provide them with the material, and then they can complete the production of this process. Also, there was another issue which is related to biogas station. If you have biogas station which will take the waste from all the country. The cake of this biogas can be used also to organic agriculture, and also we can have a cooperation with a biogas station to provide them with this fertilizers.
That is a win. That is a win.
But so far in our country, we don't have a standard company that produce this biofertilizer in the big volume.
No, there is one.
Only one.
All the biocompost, if you order organic farming, you can certify it under the meter.
Diminta.
Yes, you have to certify. Sebelum you pergi kepada economy of love, tanah tu kena certify under the meter.
Yeah.
This is the 100-year-old certification.
Actually, kita pergi yang komoditi.
The meter.
No, we are target now the paddy for the rice. Jadi we start.
Pakai sekam padi.
Sekam padi.
Yang sedang bagi.
Sebab lain, very good. Cuma dia punya berapa how much dia punya rate yang kita nak buat. So yang tu yang kena research. Sebab sekarang kita buat.
We have the formula itu already for the compost.
Dia tak waste. Memang betul. Kompos.
You mean that just the white one or the sekam? The
Sekam. Yang baju
Alah, sekam padi yang
baju
Ya, baju dia.
baju padi tu.
Memang kita guna dia.
How about the cost
Dengan
of
minimum.
certified land and certified the crops eligible for this carbon credit?
Currently, we don't have a certain price, but we make with a share. So the farmer have 80% from the income, and the Egyptian Biodynamic Association deduct 20% to cover the cost of validation, verification.
80%.
Yeah, because we didn't.
They only take
We
20%.
don't like to ask the
In
farmer to
Malaysia,
pay
we
for
receive
all this process.
20%.
But
The
we
tax
say
is
let's
20%.
make like a share, 80% go to the farmer and 20% to cover the cost. Since the farmer getting year and another
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
getting some benefit, and then he can be able to pay the cost.
The meter is
Dimeter.
the meter also owned by second.
No.
Third party body.
It's a body
Yeah,
certification.
it's the International Association for Biodynamic. It's an international organization. But we have an office in Egypt, Demeter Egypt, which is the Egyptian Biodynamic Association. It's Demeter Egypt, the branch from
Dr. Henry is the president of Demeter. Yes. World president.
Just mean Demeter was established here.
No, Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yes.
Ni kan dekat orang.
Since